Hey everybody, just hold on 1 second while I get these things straightened out. Please remember this is my first stream and I'm still trying to figure out how to make everything perfect. Well, hello Carl Emmons. Is it okay if I call you by my title for you? Okay. Um, y'all let me know how this is coming across because I can't figure out how to tell YouTube that I like it. So everybody, Carl Emmons is my uncle. He's my biggest fan to date. So Uncle Carl is what I call him. And let's see, we're starting out with a full screen today of me so that I can introduce myself officially. Everybody, this is my first live chat, so please be kind to me, and also in your chat, please be kind to the other viewers. Y'all let me know how the lag is going. I can always turn off my video if it's getting too laggy and just show you the desktop. I'm okay with that. So if everybody's ready, let's see, what time do we have? 4 o'clock on the dot. Let's go ahead and hop over and show you what I'm doing to install the dungeons on underneath Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. And I can switch my screen just like that. Hopefully y'all will get it in a couple of seconds. I have a little bit of a delay between what I do and what y'all see, I believe. So, hopefully, this doesn't get too confusing for either group. What you're seeing here, should be seeing here, is the blueprint that I'm using for the dungeons. Now, oh, excellent. Thank you, Uncle Carl. What I'm hoping is that you remember the image that I put on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter a few days ago. And you'll notice that this looked a little differently, and that's because one of the first steps when I start a new chapter in my videos is I actually look at the canon information in the books. And so one of the things that was mentioned was that when they come down the stairs here, they're almost immediately at the potions classroom. I had the potions classroom all the way over on this side of the hallway, and I moved it here. The other thing was that Snape's office was right next door. I had a classroom between. In fact, I had Snape's office here and the classroom over here. So what I did is I moved the classroom to here and put Snape's office right next door. I always start with my blueprints. Now, that does not mean that this is what the dungeons are actually going to look like when we're done with them, because after I get it into 3D, it might look quite a bit different. But this is step one. And here we are. Hi, my avatar here. The video, oh, hold on. Microsoft is now going to ask me if I want to turn on sticky keys. It's a really annoying feature of Windows that if one of you knows how to turn off, that would be fantastic. If I crouch too much, it does that on me. You'll notice that the question mark is gone off my chest. It has been for a while. And that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do this. And there, for Uncle Carl in particular, are my purple wings that I am wearing. So, hopefully, we all appreciate my efforts there. If I come up and see, they open up. So that's kind of nice. To get into today's project, we are doing the dungeon. Let me just turn around so that I can actually see what I'm doing. And so this is the castle. And I've started on the staircase in advance because I didn't want y'all watching me do the through the first part of the video. Well, I tried to figure out how we were going to get the staircase to go up. So what I've got is I've got the shaft of the staircase dug all the way down to where the doorway is going to be into the dungeon. And what I'm doing is, as I go up here, I'm just placing the half slabs on a level so that they completely surround the slabs of the level beneath them, like this. And we're just going to go all the way up like that to do the staircase, and we can tell from the bottom doorway, because the door is 4 high, which, by the way, if y'all will remember, is... Okay, I just got notified that YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will be experiencing buffering. This probably has to do with the bad resolution that I'm using. I should be using 1280 and I'm using 1600. So, yeah, you know, I don't, or 1080, sorry, 1080. And I'm using 1600. And I don't know how to fix this while we're streaming. If y'all don't mind, we're going to go offline for just a second while we try to fix this particular problem. I will be right back. Okay, I should be back online now, hopefully. Just so y'all know, I was expecting to have some really serious, I have no viewers. Why do I have no viewers? Where did Uncle Carl go? Okay, hopefully viewers will come back in a moment. I'm just going up and down the stairs, and for some reason I don't have... I have no idea what if this is getting recorded. Well, Uncle Carl, you say you're there. Are you getting any video? Because um, according to my dashboard, y'all aren't receiving any video. Hold on. Video coming. And the video comes, and you're gonna get a short picture of my Excel document that I was showing you. I think what I'm seeing here is that I shouldn't be paying attention to this dashboard while I'm on live stream. That seems to be what I'm learning from this. Okay, well, theoretically y'all are gonna catch up with me. Okay, if you're hearing this in real time on Coral, please let me know. You can see that the level of the stairs is equal to the level of the doorway. So that means that as we go up, this pattern that I'm using is Hagrid height friendly. Remember that Hagrid is twice as tall as humans and 3 times as wide. So our first step is to just put this up, 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 up we go. And this is a much longer up than we will be doing for the kitchens, because of course the kitchens don't go all the way under the lake, they just go down 1 level. But this is a nice big up for, we're going from Y50, 50 meters above bedrock, to Y of 89, I think is where I have the castle sitting. And we're going up a half a meter at a time. These slabs are half-meter slabs. So, any questions about the height of the dungeon? I should probably keep talking through this whole thing. Usually I get really, really quiet while I'm building, because one of the things that I'm doing while I do this is it's a Sudoku form of counting. I'm not actually counting, but I'm paying attention to the pattern. And for me, that takes quite a bit of my concentration level, but I'd love to have a sort of ongoing discussion with my viewers while we do this, and everyone. No, I was not muted. I was not muted. I was there for 2 seconds. Well, if I hit more info on give me, I'm not sure that there's anything I can do about it while I'm, well, I'll have to do some more research after we finish today's live stream. See what I can figure out about improving the video quality during a live stream. It'd be really nice if one of my people that I'm subscribed to, like Grian or System Z or Mumbo Jumbo or any of those people that do live streams, could hop in here and give me some pointers, but I don't actually expect that to happen. It's sort of like I'd like JKR to, I'd like Rowling to pop in and say, wow, this is exactly what I expected Hogwarts to look like at some point, and I haven't heard from her yet either. So, you know, the fantasies of everyone who does fan art, I guess. Okay, so if the lag's not happening when you see the blueprint, this implies that it is very definitely Minecraft causing the lag. So, let's see. Oh, I can try. Let's see what happens if I lower my render distance. Let's see if this improves our situation any. It just implies that it is my system causing the lag. And most of you know that I had some really serious computer problems about a year ago, and the project went on hold for quite a while. Okay, so some information about the dungeon. The dungeon level of Hogwarts is colder than the rest of the castle. Even though it's not the only underground level, the kitchens are also underground, but they are as different from the dungeons as it is possible to be. Probably all the smell of food probably helps a whole lot. I know I'd like to go to a feast at Hogwarts. That's definitely something I would enjoy. As y'all know, I do use World Edit for a lot of my building, and I will be using World Edit today, but for the stairs, it's not really possible because it's not a well-repeated pattern that I've been able to identify. World Edit is really great for copying and pasting blocky structures, cubes. Not so much for the other intricate shapes like these. But when you're watching my replays and all of a sudden something gets copied from one side to the other, that is World Edit doing that. That saves me a huge chunks of time. As I'm going along. The staircase is really tall. So 50 to 89 means let's go 40 meters up, and that means at 2 blocks per meter, then we're getting 80 blocks or 80 levels in the staircase, and we're averaging 5 or so blocks at each level, so that's 300 blocks to place just for one staircase. We also know that the Slytherin common room is actually under the lake, so that tells us which direction the dungeons go to a certain extent. One of the maps that I used to try to do my map actually got that wrong. They had the Slytherin common room under the castle proper. And it's not. It's under the lake. The one time in which book is that? Chamber of Secrets, Book 2, when they take the Polyjuice potion and go into the Slytherin common room to find out whether or not Malfoy is the heir of Slytherin. one of the things that Harry notices is that the light in the Slytherin common room is green because they're under the lake. So that was something that I definitely wanted to take into account, particularly with the 1.13 update in Minecraft. We'll be able to do a really decorative under the lake thing, and we'll make sure to use like green stained glass a little later today to do the actual walls of the Slytherin common room. It doesn't look like from my end like the lag has improved any with reducing the render distance. Y'all let me know what y'all think, and if y'all can even see Minecraft, because according to my screen you can't even see what I'm doing. And I had a couple of I have my system is lagging so much I don't even know how many people are watching, so everybody feel free to pipe in. Uncle Carl and I have a running discourse almost daily about my project. In fact, he can probably ooh, we're getting toward the top. He can probably disseminate some of the process that I've gone through even better than I can. And then this one would go here, and we're going to have to wall this off. There we go, like that. All right. I'm glad y'all can see everything because the staircase is done. Down and down and down and dark and dark and dark. I think our next step here is definitely some lighting. So, for lighting, a normal Minecraft torch looks really, really ugly. 1.13, or no, 1.14. 1.14, I think, gave us lanterns. We'll get there eventually. We'll eventually have lanterns. I don't have lanterns right now. What I have are torches, and I decorate them. So I use a torch, an item frame, and an anvil. And I place, let's see, we'll do them on every one of these walls. We'll do there. I placed the item frame, I placed the anvil in the item frame, and then placed the torch on the block behind the item frame. And I end up with a torch that looks like it's actually being held up. So if we do it on every one of those, yeah, that'll put it here. That'll work. Not that one. Yes, this one. Not that one. Yes, this one. Not that one. Yeah, the bats are showing up because it's so dark down here. They can show up. They're a peaceful mob that show up in low light areas. They're annoying. They make that annoying squeaking noise, and they like to get in the way while you're doing things. And they're nearly impossible to kill because of the way that they move. But we definitely got a collection of them down here, didn't we? That is the wrong wall. You know how I know this? Because, yeah, that was the wrong wall. No, according to that, that's the right wall. Okay, what do we do here? Did this one the right wall? Yeah. That one the right wall? Yeah. There's where I messed up. It's supposed to be that wall. Okay, so the torch was supposed to be there. Not there. And there. Not there. There. Not there. There. Not there. And there. That put that right across from the hallway. You know, there would be one back there, but instead we are going to fill this in because there is no need for this area back here. All right. And this is where we're going to be digging out. Now, some of you might have noticed the points that say dungeon and a number all along my horizon here. These are, do you remember back on the blueprint, all the corners? All of the corners have been marked out on here so that when I'm doing this, I have a good approximation of where to end up. Now, the ceilings on the floor are actually 6 high, so they're going to go up to there. And we are going to start digging it out. Literally just digging it out. So we're going to put a torch on either side of the entrance, I think, to give us some good lighting. Bat. Stupid bat. Alright. And then away we go. Now is a really good time for y'all to start coming up with some topics for me to discuss while we dig to locations. I really didn't. So usually when I make my videos, I script out what I'm going to be saying. Where the heck is Dungeon 1 and why am I going toward Dungeon 21? Oh no, that's right. I'm going toward Dungeon 21. I know this. I know why this is. And theoretically, Dungeon 21 is sitting right there in that corner. Excellent. So now I will go toward Dungeon 1, which is too close, apparently. Yeah. Dungeon 1 here. Dungeon 2. If I pull up JourneyMap, it will come up eventually. I know it will. Follow. JourneyMap doesn't like me while I'm underground. Let's see how far up I have to go before it likes me. I need to find... Oh, I know what I can do, actually. There we go. Y'all can't see what I just did, but I have a little mini map that my picture on your screen is perfectly blocking, and I zoomed in on it. So this allowed me to realize that, yes, Dungeon 1 is going to be right here somewhere. I'm standing in it right now. So we should go this way to get to... Wait, should we? Well, put stone back. Where's Dungeon 2? That's 3. Where's 2? Ah, Dungeon 2 right there, 19 meters. So this was not supposed to come out. And this is what we are going to be doing. We are going to be hopping through here, the financial crisis in Greece. Well, you are the historian. You are going to have to tell us about the financial crisis in Greece because you're talking to your niece, not your nephew. I don't have a clue. Ask Dwayne. I do apologize for anyone that's listening that's in Greece and dealing with this financial crisis. But yeah, Uncle Carl and I have this running debate on how... I'm just going to land torches randomly as we go through here. How... what's the term I'm looking for? How politically aware I should be living in the world. I am unfortunately one of those people that am not. I would much rather live in... But then again, I do... I'm very careful to make sure that I'm responsibly ignorant. What I mean by that is I do not vote if I don't know what the issues are. I'm very careful to make sure that I use my votes responsibly when I do vote. And that's not to say that I don't vote. I have voted. But I make sure that I know the candidates and I know the issues before it happens. So, okay, you got through to me. I will later ask Dwayne what the financial crisis in Greece is. I figured there would be a financial crisis in France right now. Their tourism really has to be hurting. I don't know how many of you are aware, but I actually got to go to Notre Dame a couple of years ago. I did not go in. I didn't want to stand in the line in order to get all the way in. But we saw the outside, we saw the gardens. Something that maybe people who haven't been there aren't aware of, it is a very tourist place, and the thing that we noticed was all the military that were hanging around. It was a very, very well protected treasure for the French people, and I was devastated to see it burn like that. My brother and my dad and my sister and I all went on a European tour when my dad first got sick, so that he'd have some fun. My dad has dementia, and it's gotten pretty bad over the last couple of years. One of the reasons I have the time to do this project is that for the last 2 years, I've been my dad's primary caregiver, and my family has been generous and heartful enough to support me while I take care of him. And that has given me the time to devote to projects like this. Back in the job market now, so I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to manage this with yeah, you know, I've never been to New York. It's really strange. I've been to Ecuador. Don't remember it, granted, but I've been to Ecuador. I've been to France. I've been to Germany. I've been to Ireland. I live in Canada. I grew up in the U.S., in Texas, and I've been to Georgia, and I've been to Boston, and I've been to Alaska. But I've never actually been to New York. The reason we didn't go to the top of the Eiffel Tower was also the lines, but it was more the lines plus the crowding at the lines. Mary Beth was not too keen on hanging out with all of those people. Yeah, this long tunnel that we're doing here is the edge of the Slytherin dormitories. And we've looks to me like that thing says we still got 40 meters to go. And the reason I'm doing this little sliver is because, you know what? I have a tool that might make this go faster. I'm going to use World Edit to remove the chunk when we get to the... Aha! We're approaching the lake. I know this because... Ta-da! Sand arrived. So, we're going to have to fix the... we're going to have to fix the terrain when we're all done with this. We're getting close. That's the bottom of the lake right there with 3 dirt with 3 sand on top of it. Okay, we're supposed to be going up 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and light. 1, 2, 3, 4... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I have to keep our 6 in mind here. That's 3, that's 5, that's 6. And the rest of the way is just going to be and ta-da! This be the end of the common room. So, yes, actually, your comment is coming just before a cave-in. Just a few moments ago, we just had a bunch of sand fall down, and if I had been in survival, which I'm not, I'm in creative, but if I had been in survival mode, trying to survive in this Minecraft world, that cave-in would have suffocated me and I would have died. So, yeah, is it possible? Yes, it is very possible. I'm going to go ahead and put a torch there for lighting, but I'm going to put a torch right there to mark the corner. No, I'm not. I'm going to put, so we're going to use cobblestone because we're underground. So I'm going to put a little cobblestone pillar. Alright, and then this way we go. I don't have a clue what I was saying before the cave-in comment. Lines comment, I think we covered that. But yeah, the destruction of the Eiffel Tower was, or the Eiffel Tower of the Notre Dame was sort of painful for everybody in the house because we had really just been there. I posted some pictures from my trip on Facebook if anyone's interested in seeing them. All this sand has to go away. So now we're at the end of the Slytherin common room. So you'll see it's not just floating in the middle of the water. There is some some ground surrounding it, and it is on the ground, not suspended in midair in the middle of the lake. Oh, sneak peek for everyone. The lake is in. Y'all will get that episode in a couple of weeks. But yeah, the lake went in. I did that a couple of days ago. One of the things I was most nervous about with this live stream was when I do a video, I record it and then I edit it. And I spend days editing the video, and I went too far. Did anybody else notice that? When did I do that? Okay. That's the one. So there. Yeah. Let's put the... We are going to have to fix the terrain up here after we get the... All of this is going to fall after we get the wall in and the ceiling. We're going to have to smooth this terrain or do something up here. We can't just leave it. I have another loving family member on, and if he'll give me permission to call him by my title for him, I would appreciate that. Seems a little weird for me to call you Larry Emmons. But you're very welcome. So the day that the church burned, I was taking my dad to a doctor's appointment, and we had stopped at a fast food joint to get dinner. And it was playing on the TV in there. And about 20 minutes later, my brother called me. He was at a coffee shop just a few blocks down, and their TV was playing it, and he called me to let me know that Notre Dame was on fire. It was incredibly painful to see the spire collapse in like that. It was... Yes, Uncle Larry is the correct term. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, of course. 6, and then a wall of sand that I have to get rid of. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the sand didn't fall, and here we go. We can go faster now. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still need that one of dirt. There we we go. Now we get 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of stone. Excellent. Light. We need light. Oh, I went too far. Anybody else see that? Look at that. And he was supposed to stop right there. Oops. Oh well. I'm not going to bother filling him in because he will be actually hollowed out. I just didn't need to do it right then. Okay, so we're going to go this way to Dungeon 6. And I really wish that JourneyMap would show up. I don't know if it's showing up for y'all at all. It's supposed to be up right now. Instead, I'm seeing a blue screen. But it would show you the shape that we're working out here. I figure we'll go another 15 minutes or so if y'all are still interested in what I'm doing. Didn't get nearly as much done as I thought we were going to. Silly me. Planned to be more productive than I actually was. But no, I have to fill that in. Yep. Yeah, I was afraid of that. The blue screen is new for me. I've never had that problem with JourneyMap before. It might be a streaming lag thing. My mini map is working just fine. You know, actually, I can do that. Hold on. I know how to. No, that's really what not what I wanted to hit. I can move. This is going to look really weird on y'all's screen, but I can move me over there. I'll bet anything that happens for y'all. And now y'all can see the mini map that I see up on the top corner of the screen. And away we go, making a long hole on the opposite side of the dormitories. Oh. Uncle Larry actually got to watch me doing part of the Quidditch pitch, Quidditch Stadium, when I was down at his house at that time. He was nice enough to host me while I was down there visiting friends and family. So see, I can see on the mini map when I enter a marker, and that's how I've been going. Nope, I went too far when I can't see the thing on the screen. That's how I knew. So this is the See how perfectly that lines up? So this is the JourneyMap mod, and it's one of my favorite mods. And we just reached the edge, the western edge of the basement. So we're turning the first corner actually into the western edge. So really quickly, let me just show you before we log off how I'm going to go about removing the innards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select like that block right there with my wand. Yes, it looks like a wooden axe, but that's the wand that World Edit uses. And then I'm going to go to a opposite corner and select the bottom one. And then set air. Turn off my caps lock first. Ta-da! And so now I can go down to the bottom of this, grab that one, and then grab that and put in the same code, and there goes the next part. And I can continue. This time I'll take out the area in the dormitories, and this will create a whole bunch of sand coming down that we don't want, but I'm going to grab that block as my other one. Now, this is the cave-in you were talking about earlier. All of that sand and gravel that was being held up by the stuff I just removed came down. But I can now, because the same area is selected, I can use the same code again to get rid of it. More comes down. Use the same code again to get rid of it. More comes down. Use the same code again, over and over and over again, until I end up with my empty space. And this is how I'm going to dig out most of the dungeon. I'm not going to do it by hand. I'm doing the edging by hand so that I can grab these huge swaths of area in an easy manner. And now you can see where our corners were that we did with all of that. So he went down here, and he went over here, and now he's going down this way. And when I get to this back corner, I'll be able to go back and take out another huge swath. So, we've been going for about an hour now, and I appreciate y'all putting up with me. Do let me know how bad the lag and things like that were, whether or not I can do this again. I think my primary lesson from today's quote-unquote trial run live stream was to be utterly sure that I don't go too far when I do the dungeon. Nuts. Yeah. I have another wand that will be useful here. This is the Creative Builder's Wand. Okay, and now I can just grab... no, I need to do... Yeah, because it goes past... Yeah, I can just grab from here... to here, and all that just came out. and I'll be continuing down this way to get to Dungeon 10. Okay, so you've seen me clear out about half of the dungeon level. I'm glad you didn't notice. That means that I was keeping you entertained. That's nice. Mary Beth warned me not to go too long because people wouldn't want to sit in front of their computer too long. If you guys want, I don't do it very well. So y'all are actually seeing things a couple of seconds after I say them or do them, and I do occasionally stop and look at your screen and go, what am I trying to say? What word? There, I know English. I just think I've forgotten how to use it. I need to put some light in here. I have the world set to peaceful right now, so nothing evil is going to spawn and kill me. But it's just nice to be able to see what you're doing. And yes, they can't spawn and kill me anyways because I'm in creative, but they could spawn and get in the way. In earlier videos, before I decided to set the world to peaceful in the interim, I would have creepers and spiders and zombies and everything sort of spawning in the middle of what I was trying to do, the way the bats are. And they really get in the way. When one of those things is where you want to place a block, you can't place the block in them. So you have to kill them or move them or something to make them not in your way. And it's easier if you just remember to light the place up as you go. So that's the size of this, what we've gotten done here today. All right. Thank you both for joining me today. I'm going to go ahead and keep at this, and I'll publish a short video showing the dungeon after it's completed. Probably won't do the digging out part on the video. I'll just show a time lapse of me putting in the interior walls and, of course, the glass dome over, not dome, but the glass ceiling over the Slytherin common room and things like that. And that'll come out in the normal as a castle structure number 1.1 or something like that, in line with where this would normally be after the lake had been dug out. I hope y'all enjoyed. Let me know if you'd like some more live streams like this. I'd be completely willing to set aside a particular project and only do that on live stream. That would be totally fun for me. I'd appreciate that. I'd enjoy it, and I could do it on any day of the week or any time that's good for y'all, assuming future work schedules are good with that. Special shout out to Uncle Carl and Uncle Larry. Love you both. And everyone else, this is DragonflySara, and I will see y'all next time. Bye-bye now.